It's important to properly dispose of unwanted medication or sharps. MedProject offers free and convenient disposal options near you. To learn more, call 844-MED-PROJECT or visit medproject.org.
Oh, where do you think you're going, you fat, juicy morsel? You're gonna be dead on my... Don't you go nowhere. I got you right where I want you. Think I'm gonna eat a damn TV dinner instead of some real succulent poultry on my plate? You must be insane. That's not the way it goes down. No. Thanksgiving is the time where J-Man has a little bit of money for himself. No, you ain't going nowhere, darn it. I'm gonna make sure of this. Then I'm gonna stuff your butt full of bread and eat you with this cranberry sauce. It doesn't matter whether it's actually ocean spray is the best one, but whatever. Oh yeah, we're gonna have some fun tonight. Wait a minute. What time is it? Oh shoot! Hey, welcome to the J-Man Show here on
J360 Radio.
Hey, what's going on, J360 Legion? How are you all doing tonight? Here for Thanksgiving Eve, and at no short of time, it's episode 179 of the J-Man Show. And I'm your host, J-Man, of course. I hope you're all doing well out there. After all, smile. We got a holiday coming. After all, this should be the brightest time of the year. The time before, we all eat and feast before the rioting and pillaging. Or, wait. Holiday shopping. Yes. We got to be politically correct, man. We draw a lot of attention, which is what somebody told me not too long ago. Because, for the life of me, somebody's been spreading the word about J360 Productions. Yes, one way or another, the attention is getting out there. The awareness, and now everybody's starting to come in and starting to listen. And I gotta say this, if it's your first time here, ooh yeah, you're in for it. You're in J-Man's world. None of that politically correctness stuff applies or anything. Matter of fact, we're here to loosen up and have a good time. Now, I will talk about things, historical facts and other things that you're not comfortable dealing with, but you're going to have to grow up into the uncomfortness in order to get a better understanding of life. So you just understand this. If it's your first time here, hi, I'm J-Man. And butts will be heard. But hey, you know what, though? It's been pretty interesting trying to get through all this stuff in a tough pandemic time. But I will tell you this much, just because there is a global pandemic out there, I'm not going to stop trying to make this life livable. I'll do it responsibly because I do want the curve to flatten. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want necessarily things to get to a bigger spike to where, it's bad enough. Some areas have a curfew. Delaware doesn't have a curfew as far as I know, but that can change at any time too. And it's just getting ridiculous at this point. So any of those people out there walking around not wearing masks, once again, wear a damn mask. This isn't just about you. This is about everybody. And let me tell you this, right? What kind of show do you host if you have no audience? You don't have a show. You get what I'm saying? I mean, from 9 times out of 10, you'll see it. People go ahead and they act real simple. I mean, people have been on that steady decline of, human decency anyway. And you can either say social media or you can say that everybody has a camera now. You can say that a whole lot of stuff. But I say one way or another, get this. I think the more and more people realize how much attention they get, they try to confuse that idea of attention with respect. You might get everybody's attention, but you're probably going to get only a fourth of that respect. Especially if they understand what you're saying. And it just gets to that point where it's yes, how far can you go? And I don't mean in terms of ascend, I mean descend. Because right now, you are lower than livestock crap. And yes, I'm talking about their bowel movement. But enough about my dislike of the human race sometimes. And I'm not saying it because I dislike humans and I'm a misanthrope. No, far from it. I'm not a misanthrope by any means. But there are times where these things vex me. And I look at it and I'm like, are we getting any better or are we just keep messing around? I mean, that's the questions that I always ask. But one way or another, I'm sure the answer will come at any moment now because people are still freaking out over the fact that Joe Biden won and the election's been over for 3 weeks? Yes, yes. It's amazing how subtle that news gets. And then, of course, you got the good people that are over there taking conspiracy theories out of control. Remember a long time ago when conspiracy theories used to be fun to think about and it used to generate conversation, similar like how urban legends were and then creepypastas, but now it's just people are running too far with it. Like the whole idea of Area 51 raid. Like, it was fun to think about, entertaining even. And some of us were thinking we were going to get our hover bikes and all that cool stuff that Back to the Future promised us and we're still waiting on. But one way or another, we were thinking that all that stuff was going to be there. And we never got it. Even during all this crazy stuff, for those that actually wanted to follow through on that raid stuff, the guy who made it up, he was enjoying the lulls, but then when everybody were really thinking of doing it, it was like, okay, nice knowing you, because for one thing, any of those areas right there that we're speaking of are military installations, and the people that are in charge of protecting it are allowed to protect it with no questions asked at all. So if one way or another you're filled with Swiss cheese holes in you, and chances are, or hell, it's amazing if you're even having a body, because those guys really do shoot to kill. Yeah, it was nice knowing you. That's just crazy as hell to even want to pursue that idea. I mean, I know some people thought it was a joke, and then other people actually were being serious about it. You got to be mindful about this stuff. I mean, the internet is a beautiful gift to us all, and it is an important wealth of information. But some of that information is questionable, and quite a lot of it is not good for your health. You get my... I mean, just think about it, man. I mean, after all, reporting this stuff from time to time just gets insane. But I'll tell you one thing, though. Like my cold open says, it's practically Turkey Day. Matter of fact, 2 hours until Turkey Day gets here on the East. So, I can't wait to go ahead and stuff my face, man. Yeah, look. I am going to spend time with my immediate family. I'm not going to be spending time with everybody like the reunion, you know what I'm saying? To which, if anything else, I hope I didn't accidentally invite my aunt over to my dad's place. Because that would be wicked as I don't know what. But then again, I wouldn't have to worry about her, you know what I'm saying? But then there's that whole thing of how many people are going to come. Because if you know one thing about the human race, we will always come at a certain time that benefits us. And that certain time could be when we're about to get money if one of our elderly relatives kick off, or if we're about to get a free meal. Those are two of the tops. There's more of them, but that's two of the tops. And see, as free meal is a part of the bargain for Thanksgiving, that's why we all tend to look forward to it. Because, sometimes, Aunt Gabrielle's, we always think about Aunt Gabrielle's soup, but then there's times where you realize that this is also the time of the year where Aunt Beverly is also making that fabulous stuffing. And then Aunt Doris got the good gravy to go with said stuffing. So, you'll be thinking about all that stuff coming together, and then, you just got, like, a few handfuls of it. You ain't think about anybody else because F them kids and F everybody else. It'll be like this, "Hi, Jay, how are you?" I'm like, yeah. That's the only thing I'll be saying the whole day. Nope, I won't be saying too much of anything else, man. I'll nod to you, grin. Well, not grin because I'm eating, but I'll be going, because the noms is taking over. That's all noms day. Forget about all that other stuff. Forget about the idea of how you'll gain weight and all that stuff. Hell, most of y'all been gaining weight anyway since the quarantine. Don't think I ain't noticed. But here's the thing, right? I'm not going to give you body dysmorphia, so I'm not going to go ahead and say all that kind of stuff. But what I will say is this. This is the time to let loose and eat. Put the food bag on. Matter of fact, I have an idea. Don't eat anything tonight. Prepare for tomorrow. Matter of fact, when I get breakfast in the morning and the parade is on TV, I make sure that I eat for that moment. But I don't eat too much. And then lunch, the heck with lunch. Lunch doesn't matter at this point. Fast. Water is lunch. And then, you smell all that food coming together right there in your parents' home. And you take a look and you're like, yes, I see. Everything's all, and I'll be right there as not only official taster, but as official inspector. So I get to go ahead and I take nibbles here and there to make sure everything's done all the way through. And if I pass out, well, you all left the building, I wake back up and I go ahead and have my own Thanksgiving anyway. But the thing is, you look and you see how the plot goes down. You got to make sure everything is good to go. And then if I see my older sister there, I'll make sure that I'll go ahead and I'll do what I need to do because she's kind of a snitch. So I don't want her to know any of my whereabouts or how I get down, all right? Actually, if she's listening to this, I love you very much, hon. But I do want to say, when it get right down to it, you got to have a plan and ideas of how you're going to go ahead and do this stuff. Which one thing, I remember my mom telling me this. Yeah, she called me up the other day, told me, "Are you coming to dinner?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she said, "Well, make sure you dress up." And I was like, okay. You see, I'm not going for a job interview, y'all. I'm not going to a viewing. I'm not going to any of those things, so I really don't need to dress up. As a matter of fact, y'all probably be ashamed of me, but this is that one time that the J-Man doesn't dress up. This is the one time where J-Man's actually really, really casual. That means how I'm going to dress up for Thanksgiving will be I'm wearing a jersey and I'm wearing blue or gray sweatpants. Don't play with me. That's how it's going down. And I might bring a 2-liter or something I could whip up, but I didn't cook this year. So, just bring myself there so y'all can invoke in my presence and enjoy me while I'm there. Because once it's food time or even football time, let's just be real, I don't know you. You see what I'm saying? Only thing I know is dead bird, plate, eat dead bird, go football, And the thing is, speaking of which, the Eagles are not having a Thanksgiving game this year, which is okay, because, see, right now, I'm at a crossroads with my team. I will never get rid of my Philadelphia teams, mind you. But the thing about it is, the way they've been playing lately and the way things have been looking, even though we're number one in the division somehow, how can I put this? You know how a car goes where it's like all 4 of your tires are supposed to be working together, all treads and everything? Well, see, this is how it is on the Eagles this year. See, 2 of the tires are good. However, in the back, one is balding and the other one has a slow leak. And see, that balding and slow leak has really defined the identity of this season. It ain't good. One way or another, you're not getting through inspection with that. And it's just to the point where I'm like, we need a real offensive coordinator. We need to work. I think we've got good cornerbacks, but right off the bat, our quarterback has regressed badly. I mean, and I like Carson Wentz. I never really threw Carson Wentz under the bus. You understand what I'm saying? I know Nick Foles is the guy that usually would clean up the problems and get things done, but he's over there in Chicago right now, and I kind of wish we kept him, but at the same time, we wouldn't be able to progress as a team. Like, a lot of people that were there or were happy for our Super Bowl win, they enjoyed it, yes, but here's the thing with the Super Bowl win. We didn't keep everybody afterwards. We managed to get rid of a lot of people because we couldn't keep the cap together. So when you think about it, it's more or less always a rebuild squad after you win this time. And it's that time where you're like, even when we win, did we win or did we lose? But I say we won, but the thing is we couldn't really carry over and work on our weaknesses after that win. You get what I'm saying? We had a phenomenal squad. But now we're going to have to rebuild to get to that level again. And that also means that Carson Wentz is going to have to really rework that play style. That is, unless he's looking for a way out, and then we just go ahead and put Jalen Hurts in there. And then I'm like, is Jalen Hurts even ready? Are you going to go and damage another young, promising career because somebody else is not performing? If anything, that would be enough kick to me to keep me going, but to go ahead and do better. It's kind of like how everybody was dealing with the whole Lamar Jackson and Flacco thing on the Ravens side for a long time. Well, not a long time, but for a while there. You know what I mean? After a while, if your person is not producing enough, eventually the only thing you can do is just trade them out and let them go. But that's enough about the Philadelphia Eagles tune-up and stuff. I'm hoping we get better. But, this whole season's been kind of hit and miss with me. If anything, I just want to see it because I want to see the team that doesn't have a name anymore, Washington, which, by the way, they should go ahead and just call themselves the Washington Warriors. Just get it over with. I mean, if you want to celebrate Native American history, if you want to celebrate that, Because believe it or not, a lot of people did not mind the term Redskins for the, Redskins until like other people got involved in it. Believe it or not. like really look it up before you go and listen to anybody else out here who are easily offended. Which, by the way, to the easily offended, welcome to my show. You will be hurt. The thing is this. You got to really look up and listen to all the arguments. And see, people don't listen to all the arguments. They listen to the ones that yell the loudest and the ones that don't have opinions for themselves, which is source for another episode. But when it gets right down to it, if you really want to celebrate Native American pride, you can go with the Washington Warriors or the Washington Braves or all those cool things. I know the Braves is a baseball team, but the Warriors is a basketball team too. But still, you can have something akin to that. Regarding this whole Washington history. I think it's kind of ridiculous now they don't have a name. But at the same time, though, they showed you that they got some pieces there. So I kind of want to see what goes on between the Cowboys and Washington. I'm rooting for Washington, of course, because I am not a Cowboys fan at all. Cannot stand them. Not a fan of them. And then half the time, when I'm at the old day job, yeah. Got a whole horde of Cowboys fans in there. And I'm like, so this is where y'all been hiding out. In a lackluster go-nowhere job, huh? Well, that explains a lot. And you can tell that it's been a real sad run because they've been in a drought ever since, Sega Genesis was the top system then. And yes, I'm throwing stones at Cowboys fans. I'll always find a way to do it, man. And you know something? As soon as we get over all this COVID crap or we get it contained or one way or another we know how to cure it and we get some of our lives back, the best part about that is we'll be able to do this out in the open. Making fun of each other and going to the football games, going to the venues. All those things are right there within reach, but we got to be responsible and do right. And I've been saying that for a while now, and as have a lot of other content creators. It's the time to do it. But, as I talked about the football game, let's go ahead and help some of you sports buffs out there talk about who is technically playing other than...
It's important to properly dispose of unwanted medication or sharps. MedProject offers free and convenient disposal options near you. To learn more, call 844-MED-PROJECT or visit medproject.org.
Without VA, I would have paid $25,000 for my hospital stay,
$42,000 for my education,
$74,000 for my home down payment. But because of my service, I paid $0.
Get what you earn. Visit choose.va.gov.
Not all veterans are eligible for the type or amount of benefits mentioned here.
Dallas and Washington. Okay, let's see. There's the Lions and the Texans. I would say the Lions. And then, of course, it's just 2 games, huh? The third game's not going to happen. All right, Ravens and Steelers is actually going to happen on Sunday. Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. I mean, I don't know. For the Ravens and Steelers, as much as I'd like to see, because Steelers are doing good, but, dang. I'm going to have to show some support from a Pops team. I'm going to have to say, hey, Baltimore, get it together. Let's see what you do. That's all I got to say about it. And then as for the Lions taking on the Texans, I would go Lions, but the Texans could surprise you. So, yeah, we can go ahead and do a little bit of picks like that. If anything, this is all technically getting you pumped up for next year's stuff. Because guess what? Next year I am going to try to bring that show back. And for those of you that are long-term and long-time J-Man fans, or J360 fans, to be honest, why don't I just include the rest of the team? You know what that show is. I'm just not going to announce it yet because I already announced the other one that's getting a reboot. And that's going to happen December 6th. So just pay attention to the J360 TV Twitch for that. And this is the link, twitch.tv/J360TV to see how that goes down, okay? But that's December the 6th, 2020 for that particular show to come back. I'm not going to say the name of it because I'm going to announce that bad boy next week. But I like to give everybody a little tease first. That's why you should pay attention to the Instagram. But yeah, right here. Okay, so we'll have 2 football games tomorrow, which is good. And hopefully we'll see where we go from there. Also, I do know this. The parade is still happening. It's going to be on TV, though. I think it's going to be a little bit different than how they usually produce it, which is okay. But I'll sit right there and I'll be like drinking eggnog and watching the thing. And I'll be like, this is my life now. Yes, that's right. And let me tell you this. When the parade is on, J-Man's off. J-Man doesn't say anything. J-Man doesn't deal with none of it. Nope, no problems, no petty stuff, none of it. I am sitting, watching parade, looking at stuff while the window is open and getting some fresh, cold weather. I am enjoying myself at this point, looking at that and thinking, balloons. Big balloons. Pop culture is alive and well. Not worried about anything. Not even concerned about the crap going on in Washington, D.C. with Agent Orange. I'm just sitting back and enjoying my comfort. You know, it's just like, hey, a long time ago, I used to have a strategy for this, okay? Because, you know, like one way or another, sometimes you don't want to hang with people. Sometimes that idea of like, I don't know, empaths, or they say it's empaths that go through, I don't know, whatever the term is, whatever it is. Sometimes, as much as I am sociable, there are times where, you know, J-Man got to be by himself and chilling. And then when J-Man's by himself and chilling, I always used to have this little strategy. I'm going to tell you all this because it's been running for about as long as I've been alive. I'm not home. Simple as that. Nope, not home. Even when I am home, even if you see my car out there, you don't see me in it, but the idea is I'm not home. Even if you see me sitting down on the couch watching the TV and you got a pretty good look at me, I'm not home because I am gone. Usually during Thanksgiving break or holiday season types, I always sit there and I'm like, yes. Nope, not here. Even if I look like I'm here, I'm not. And it worked all the time. There used to be a way of like, you know, trying to get food and not interact with people, stuff like that. And it'd be the wildest thing because, you know, running around with a 6'3" frame and just trying to sneak by everybody is not necessarily easy, but it is possible. And man, you know, you go ahead, you do your solid snake mode and all that kind of stuff. That's just the way it is. But the whole point about that is that, you know, you just be like, oh, I'm not home. I'm not home. Even if my love interest was to say something, okay, I am home at that point. All right, I am home. I'm not going to mess that one up. I can see how that goes. But, yeah, anything else, like, I usually do that. I'm not home. Yep. I got plague. But then again, I can't use that one because reasons. And it's not necessarily appropriate at this time. But I will say this much. One way or another, is just have a good time, you know? And then I'm taking a look at this because in case everything went crazy, I did have a backup plan if I wasn't going to go anywhere. And that would be the frozen TV dinners. Now, it's not Swanson's anymore, but Swanson's was known for it. It's actually the Hungry Man meal I was thinking of. You know, with those nice slabs of turkey, and then it has the corn and smashed potatoes and a little bit of stuffing in there, you know, to make it a home complete meal. When around, you know, Thanksgiving, anytime, or for about $3.69. Sounds sexy. But you know something? The thing about that is that, you know, you might not get enough gravy, and yeah, there's a little bit of gravy too, but you might not get enough gravy, you might not get enough stuffing, the corn might be hard, and then comes the idea that it's not exactly a good experience because, hey, this is a frozen TV dinner, why don't you learn how to cook? But you see, that was just because I didn't have any of the fixings and stuff for myself. You know what I mean? It's like one of them kind of things. And of course, you know, living a bachelor life and stuff like that, you know, it's not necessarily the same as like, you know, going to your mom's house and eating all that stuff where it's, you know, she cooks for you, but, you know, you got to fend for yourself. And there's nothing wrong with cooking. I love it. But just in case, like, you know, things get crazy, got to make sure you find a way to do it. But I always wonder this, though, because I never had the turkey frozen meal. I've always had, like, chicken or the fish or, yeah, that's about it. I wonder if that's really turkey. And I wonder if that turkey is really good. I mean, packaging will always look good. Let's just not kid ourselves. But I just always wonder, does it have that same fulfilling flavor? And they say it's like 1 pound worth of food. And then again, Hungry Man never really let anybody down. Well, it never let me down. Yeah, that stuff looks really, really processed. But, you know, I can go ahead and talk about the sneakiness and ooh. I'm looking at somebody's photo blog on that stuff right now. Good Lord. That's some dry. Well, turkey's dry anyway, but damn, either he or she didn't do it right, or this is just disgusting. And then they got a little cranberry sauce right next to it. Doesn't even look, oh God. I'm tired of looking at it. Sometimes the best thing to do is just kind of find like some sort of alternative food that really could take the place of it. Now, also, I'm thinking this. Aren't some of the sub shops? Nah, nope. Won't even mention it. You know why? Because I remember a long time ago when I did this show, you don't want to go to those kind of places. You know why? Because you always look and see why that person's there, but then you realize it's a holiday. Everybody should be home. Everybody should be, spending time with their loved ones. Now, there are some people out here who don't allegedly have loved ones, and I say allegedly because, have Friendsgiving. Figure out a way, like, every single one of y'all out there who are friends with each other and all that kind of stuff, or even open to going to, like, volunteer outlets or whatever. There's a way. You all know how to cook something. You can make the holidays enjoyable for not only yourself, but for other people. You have to get out of your comfort zone and do it, but like there's a way to make this stuff work. It doesn't have to all be a sad story. And the reason why I was like, nah, no sub shops, none of those kind of things, because those places shouldn't be open. Not at this time. For one day, things could just chill. You know what I'm saying? And then there comes that idea where, what happens the day after. Now, the day after, however, you got to open stuff up and get prepared for all those big time activities or the rating and of course, the YouTube videos being made showing people acting a fool and we're all pointing and laughing at it. Those of us that don't get up, because let me tell you this, on Black Friday, unless I'm working, this is how my schedule goes for that. Matter of fact, I will see you all bright and early at 5 o'clock p.m. and that is the end of it all. And even then, it won't be bright or early at all. It will be late and dark. And not only that, it also tells me this. It's black. So at the end of the day, that is Black Friday. Congratulations. You're welcome. I will shop on Saturday. That is how we do this. Oh, yeah. I have a way of doing these things. Now, if me and my love interest were going out there on Black Friday or whatever, it'd be a little different. Because, you see, that's being the concerned gentleman. But you see, other times, though, when it's time to hibernate, chill, or just sit back, because one way, I got to put up a Christmas tree eventually. I think my day is about wrapped up. Especially on Friday, you know what I mean? Like the few Fridays that I may get off or I may have to work. And I remember some of those times of working Black Fridays. They weren't that bad half the time because usually, I was always in a different area. Now, for electronics gets messed up. There is no electronics section at that point. They usually get wrecked with all them people running through there and going to buy all that expensive crap or what they usually think is expensive. You gotta be tactful and smart when you buy these things. But, when they go in there and they purchase their precious item, that's when they start adding the fool. Electronics gets wrecked all the time, boy. That in the toy section. And you just looking at that stuff, it's like, those poor souls. And you see, I'm usually in the grocery section or something. So I usually am dealing with, whatever's going on back there. And it's usually pretty smooth because everybody already, ate, cooked, got leftovers to last them until usually Sunday or next Monday. So they don't really mess with that area that much. But, it's just interesting to me, like how crazy people go every single year for the same old things. However, they did Black Friday a little differently this year, so there might not be that much rating, but then again, considering how late people are, they gonna be some. And it just makes you think, like, I look at it because maybe next year I'll probably be one of the crowd doing that stuff. Then again, I don't know. Because I'm still moving away, so, little things like that. I don't know, it's questionable. Sky's the limit, though. I try to remain optimistic even during a crazy time such as this. Because, this stuff's kind of fun after a while. That's why we keep doing it. You ever ask yourself why we keep doing this stuff, even though, like, there's historical facts that prove, like, Thanksgiving can be horrible. Some of y'all might have a bad time and experience with Thanksgiving. And then, like, Black Friday, how your work experience was, it may be totally different than mine. But, the thing is, some of this stuff can be kind of fun at times. Especially when you're looking for another TV. And no, I'm not looking for another TV. I got the blessed TV. I'm good. Every time I look at her and every time I see the colors come together just right, everything pop with that 4K. 4K. I don't think about anything else. Matter of fact, I'm content. That's why, if anything, I'm taking Christmas off. Well, professionally, yeah, of course. But that's why I'm not doing too much for Christmas shopping and stuff this year. Hell yeah. You mean for myself? Yeah, for myself, yeah. I don't have to do anything. But then there comes the main meaning where I got to do for other people. Man, when I was in my 20s, it was so much easier to be self-serving. And now that I'm 30-something, and then I guess what do you call it? Like you evolve as a person, you grow, and, you want to give back to the world. And it's like, why? I'm kidding, of course. If you've seen J360 Jams, you can see that I'm pretty much one of the most generous people there is. And speaking of jams, by the way, somebody asked me this. Is there any way to interact with your show while you're doing it live? And yes, there is. There's a way to interact even as I'm doing the Jam Man show. There's a chat box right here on Spreaker.com/J360Radio. So anytime I'm doing these shows live or anybody else in the group wants to do something and you guys would like to interact with us, talk to us, ask questions, or present something, just come on over. Take the... Well, you can use the web browser or you can use the Spreaker app to do so. And that way you all can converse with me, talk to me, and we'll just have a good time. And then who knows, maybe I can get some things lined up around here to where you can do a little bit of on-site Q&As. It'll be fun. Something to look forward to. So I'm always working on trying to evolve every single show. And I especially would love it if you guys would do that on both Jams and the Hangout show when that happens. Because... that it'll tie the community together and it'll help the growth. And I don't mind you guys signing up to follow or subscribing to me here on Spreaker, because it's been going pretty smooth so far, So yeah, things are looking up. But I think I kind of strayed away from Thanksgiving a little bit. But as far as the feast goes, as usual, enjoy yourselves. Practice social distancing if you can. Find a way to make the holiday work for you. But then there are some of y'all that'll go and do your own thing. And that's cool too. Except for when you're adding to the current biological problem we got going on right now. You know what I'm saying? So don't contribute to the pandemic. But just be smart. Be careful. Enjoy yourself. Wear sweatpants. Don't worry about what they say about your body. You can work out another time. You can go ahead and get in shape if you choose at a later date. But this is all about enjoying yourselves. And by the way, those of you out there, plastic surgery is not good advice for a Christmas gift. Do be nice. Damn it. Letting you all know that now. Which, by the way, I want you all to take it easy, take care of yourselves. Thank you for all the support on the J360 radio shows. And, of course, from me and everybody else here, happy Thanksgiving. Because guess what? This is the J-Man signing off. So, peace. Whoa, hold up now. Yeah, I almost forgot. I gotta tell people what I'm thankful for. Okay, well, I'm thankful for everybody that I've met on this journey. You've all been nothing but spectacular. Take it easy, okay? This is J-Man signing off. Again, peace.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.